for your sympathy. I don't mind, cause you mean that much to me. Ain't too proud to beg, cause you know it. And please don't leave me, girl, don't you go. Ain't too proud to please, baby, baby. Please don't leave me, girl, don't you go. Hey, hey, hey. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Junior's World of Soul. I am back with a new video. Yo, I am taking you back on this one. You know, I have been so focused on current R&B bangers that I haven't taken y'all back in a while. So I was like, you know what? This Tuesday, I want to take y'all back. You know what I'm saying? And this video is all about Motown, all about Hitsville, USA. Now, anytime I talk about Motown, anytime I listen to Motown, I definitely think about my Michigan family. I am talking about my brother, Sincere, my sister-in-law, Todd, my mom, Alicia, and my pops, Keith. Y'all, I really miss y'all. I can't wait to see y'all. And anytime that I do a video about Motown, I will definitely talk about y'all. Because, yo, the time that I spent with y'all when I went to visit y'all and go to the Motown Museum was just one of the best times of my life. So I felt like, yo, I had to shout y'all out before I started this video since it was all about Motown. But I can't wait to see y'all again. And also feel as though that Norman Whitfield was on their heels as far as songwriting and producing. He was bringing out as much as hits as they were. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I wanted to do a video, and this is going to be a two-parter because I wanted to talk about, you know, 5 of my favorites from Holland-Dozier-Holland and 5 from my favorites of Norman Whitfield. Because Norman Whitfield really doesn't get talked about from his 60s work. I feel like he gets talked a lot for his 70s work. You know what I'm saying? Like with Rolls Royce and you know, the Temptations and all that. But, you know, I feel like his 60s work was just as amazing. You know what I'm saying? So this is going to be a two-parter because the first part is going to be all about Holland-Dozier-Holland and my top 5 from them. And the second part is going to be about Norman Whitfield because I don't want to keep y'all that long because I know people's attention spans are really short these days. So I don't want the video to be too long because if I would have did 5 of each and this video would have been like an hour long. So I didn't want to do that. So that's why it's going to be a two-parter. But I know you music fans and you come in and you heard me playing Ain't Too Proud to Beg and you're saying that, wait a minute, that's not by Holland-Dozier-Holland. But it actually was produced by Norman Whitfield and Eddie Holland, who is part of Holland-Dozier-Holland. So I felt like that was a way to connect both of those. You know what I'm saying? Talking about both production teams. So I felt like if I can come in with that song, then it could kind of, you know, how can I say it? It could kind of put them both together. You know what I mean? But let's get this started. I'm going to talk about Holland-Dozier-Holland. So let's do this. Again, Holland-Dozier-Holland is my favorite producers of all time. I feel like they're the blueprint, in my opinion. I feel like everybody kind of followed their blueprint to make a hit. You know what I'm saying? If you wanted to know how a hit is done, you listen to the Holland-Dozier-Holland team, and you know how to songwrite, and you know how to production, so you can, you know what a hit is. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they are definitely the blueprints. Holland-Dozier-Holland is they consist of 2 brothers, which is Brian and Eddie Holland, and Lamont Dozier, which, you know, I'm not gonna say I'm biased because his name is Lamont, but you know what I'm saying. Those are the 3 that make up Holland-Dozier-Holland. And to me, I feel like they are the creators of the Motown sound. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I feel like everybody kind of go to them when you want to talk about a Motown song. Everybody goes to one of theirs. They have so many hits. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, I understand why they left, because Barry wasn't paying them the right money. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. But I felt like these are my 5 favorites from them. And hopefully, you know, when you hear these songs, maybe these are your favorites. But if you have favorites, put these in the, you know, the comment section and let me know what's your favorite Holland-Dozier-Holland song. So we're going to get into this. So starting at number 5. Number 5 is coming from the Supremes. Now, Holland-Dozier-Holland blessed the Supremes after when the love light shines right through his eyes and Where Did Our Love Go? Because if anybody know about the Supremes, at one time, they were called the No-Hit Supremes because everybody was trying to give them a hit, and they couldn't get one. You know what I'm saying? So it was like Flo was the leader of the group, and it was like she had more of a soulful sound. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, any producer they tried to get with, Smokey or Mickey Stevenson, tried to get with them, they couldn't get a hit. So finally, after Holland-Dozier-Holland gave them When the Love Light Shines, it became a top 30 song. So then after that, Where Did Our Love Go? And it blew up. And obviously, you know, and a fact is Diana didn't even like the song. She didn't like the song. She wasn't here for it. You know what I'm saying? But after she finally heard the final version, she like ran downstairs to Barry, was like, yo, Barry, like, this is a hit. And Barry was like, okay, it can be a top 10, and it ended up being a number 1 record. So right after then, Holland-Dozier-Holland became, you know, the main producers for the Supremes. You know what I'm saying? So this one is a favorite. That seems like when you talk about the Supremes, everybody kind of goes to this record. And I feel like this is such a great, great song from the Supremes, and a wonderful, wonderful production by Holland-Dozier-Holland. And here we go. I'm not going to give y'all the song titles. I'm just going to play it because you should know it. So here we go, starting at number 5. Here we go. It's a game of give and take. You can't hurry love. Oh, you just have to wait. You gotta trust, give it time, no matter how long it takes. But how many heartaches must I stand before I find a love to let me live again? Right now the only thing that keeps me hanging on, when I feel my strength, years almost gone. I remember Mama said, no, you just have to wait. I can say that all day. It just, that song, it just makes you feel good. It's a feel good record. You know, every time I think about this song, I think about when they did it on Ed Sullivan. And like, they were so classy and they were so dope. And if you look at that video, because I'm gonna put the video in the more info box, the ring for the Diana's earring falls out her ear, and she's so smooth with it, and she caught it and she kept moving. That's how that Motown etiquette went down. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, Motown was just a simile line of everything. So I think that was just so dope. But this song is just so great. It just shows the great production of Holland-Dozier-Holland. And I just love the part when it gets to the breakdown. Like the breakdown, it just makes you move, and you have to move. So I wanted to play the breakdown for y'all. So here we go. 1, 2, and here we go. Anticipating for that soft voice to talk to me at night, with some tender arms to hold me tight. I keep waiting, woo, woo, I get it, but it ain't easy, but it ain't easy. But Mama said you can't hurry love See, like, it's just a feel-good record, and you want to sing along to it. And I just love how, the production of this, how, Holland-Dozier-Holland really, really made this production great for the Supremes. So I can see why there was a #1 record. And like I said, the breakdown is everything. It's just like you want to groove when you hear the breakdown. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I said, from the video, they had like a tambourine, and they just was grooving for the breakdown. So I think that was dope. So that's why that's a favorite of mine, and that's coming in at #5, and that's the Supremes. You Can't Hurry Love. Now, coming in at #4, I feel it's one of the kings of Motown. One of the kings of Motown, and I'm talking about the legendary Marvin Gaye. Now, if you don't believe Marvin Gaye is the king of one of the kings of Motown, you're bugging, because I feel like in the 70s, Marvin and Stevie were the two that really, really kept Motown afloat, because things changed. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it wasn't all about love, and it wasn't all about a simple production like what Holland-Dozier-Holland doing. Music has changed. It was about making a statement, and Marvin and Stevie did that. So when every time I talk about the kings of Motown, I give it to Marvin and Stevie, because they really in the 70s really, really kept Motown afloat as far as commercially. You know what I'm saying? So I can go all day about Marvin, but 60s Marvin, I actually enjoy a little more than the 70s. 70s, I like his artistic work. You know what I'm saying? Because What's Going On is one of my favorite albums of all time. But I feel like, to me, the 60s, I feel like that's it. To me, I just liked it more. I don't know why. It's just hard to explain. But artistically, in the 70s, Marvin couldn't be fooled with. You know what I'm saying? Him and Stevie was like on neck to neck when it came to artistic work and things like that. That's why they have so many classic albums in the 70s. But in the 60s, I just want to move. You just want to dance. And, that's why I like 60s Marvin a little better. But, Marvin got to the company, you know what I'm saying? He was playing drums. And, that's one thing about Motown. It was just such an assembly line, and everybody just played where you just got in where you fit in. You know what I'm saying? But finally, Marvin, when he first started, he wanted to sound like Nat King Cole. That was who he wanted to be like. That was his idol. It was Sam Cooke and Nat King Cole. This is what he wanted to sound like, but it didn't work. So finally, with Stubborn Kinda Fella was his first like R&B hit, and he wrote with Mickey Stevenson. And then the next one, if I'm not mistaken, is Hitchhike, and then Pride and Joy. Then after that, it was like he got a piece of Holland-Dozier-Holland too for his next two hits. And the first one is Can I Get a Witness? And this one right here, which is a favorite of I love that record, man. It's just the jerk. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just makes you just want to do the jerk and just jam. You know what I'm saying? And a fun fact about that record is the Supremes actually sung background on this song. You know what I'm saying? Because like I was saying when I was talking about the Supremes, they were the no-hit Supremes by this time. So they was doing background work. They were playing whatever they could do. They was around that Motown offices doing what they could do. And, finally they got their hit, and it was just a wrap. You know what I'm saying? But they did some background work. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, this song is just so dope, and I just like it. And you could call Holland-Dozier-Holland's, how can I say it? You can call their production a little simple, but it has such an impact. You know what I'm saying? And it made you dance. It made you want to move. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think it's so great. I feel like their production made you, whatever you were going through, it just took your mind off of it, and it just made you feel so good. So this is one of the songs, You're a Wonderful One, which I sing to my mom all the time because she's just a wonderful one. But this is another favorite of mine. So coming in at number 4 is Marvin Gaye's You're a Wonderful One. Alrighty. Now coming in at number 3 is coming from the Four Tops, who I feel like, do I feel they're a little underrated? A little bit. You know what I'm saying? But when you talk about Motown groups, you will talk about them. But I feel like they're a little underrated, just in my opinion. I'm going to do a video about that because I feel like they're a little underrated. But because I feel like Levi Stubbs is one of the best vocalists to come out of Motown, male vocalists anyway. But, you know, before Motown, you know, the Four Tops got their hit with Baby I Need Your Lovin' in 1964, these guys was really doing jazz music. They were doing jazz music for the label. You know what I'm saying? That's all they were doing. You know what I'm saying? And Baby I Need Your Lovin', which Holland-Dozier-Holland did, and they just gave it, because they didn't know what to do with it, and they finally gave it to the Four Tops, and it became a huge hit. And right after then, it was just like, okay, y'all done with making that jazz. It's time for y'all to start making records for the pop world. You know what I'm saying? So, Holland-Dozier-Holland blessed. After that, Holland-Dozier-Holland blessed the Four Tops with so many hits. But this song, to me, is a favorite of mine. You know, everybody kind of goes to Reach Out and Bernadette, and it's the same old song, and Baby, I Need Your Lovin'. This song wasn't a big... It was a big hit for them because it was off their third album, their first single. But to me, I just like it. And it's my favorite Four Top song. And I've talked about this on many of my videos because I love this song so much. But coming in number 3 is a song that peaked at number 18 on the charts. And I think went to number 3 on the R&B charts, if I'm not mistaken. So here we go. When it's over, ooh. I know it sounds simple, but I just like it. You know what I'm saying? And what I like about this production of this record is the fact that they have a build-up. Like, you can hear the build-up. Like, listen to the build-up. Boom, boom, boom. Somebody shake me. Wake me somebody. When it's over, Woo! I just love the build-up of that record. And it's like that in the beginning of the song. It's like it just jumps at you. And that's what I like so much about this production. Because of how it just jumps at you. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Holland-Dozier-Holland knew what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? They knew that they needed a song that just jumped at you and it just caught you. And I feel like Shake Me, Wake Me, When It's Over kind of jumps at you. And then, like, after the first verse, it like, you know what I'm saying? You have like a build-up that's coming and then the chorus comes in. And I just like that production. It just shows me how much of greatness that Holland-Dozier-Holland was. So that's why that's number 3 on my list by the Four Tops. Shake Me, Wake Me, When It's Over. Now, the number 2 is coming from the Miracles. Now, Uncle Smokey, who's on American Idol right now, Uncle Smokey Robinson. But I know you're probably thinking, wait a minute, Smokey Robinson, didn't he write and produce his own stuff? Well, he did. You know what I'm saying? He definitely did. You know what I'm saying? Because by this time, with this song, before this song came out, you know, he had, you know, You Really Got a Hold on Me, Shop Around, all these songs that he really wrote, you know what I'm saying, that became big hits, you know what I'm saying, but, hey, you know, I feel like, you know, Smokey and Barry felt like they needed a little piece of Holland-Dozier-Holland, and, now, to this day, Smokey Robinson has admitted that this song is one of their biggest records in their whole collection, which is, you know, that's dope to admit, because Smokey Robinson is considered one of the greatest songwriters of all time, and to say that this song was their biggest songs of their catalog that's a big thing. You know what I'm saying? So I love this record. It's a dope record. It makes you want to dance. Like I said, the production may be simple, but it's just impactful. And here is number 2 coming from Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. Well, they were the Miracles, because I don't do that. Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, the Diana Ross and Supremes. I don't do that. It was the Miracles. So here we go. Lambi lambi la, lambi lambi la, lambi lambi la, lambi lambi la. Ooh, hey, ah, hey, da 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 da, hey, woo. Come on, man, like that horn, and let me tell you something, that right there, production is everything. You know what I'm saying? It's just everything. And I'm like, Smokey, you couldn't have did that. Like, let's just keep it real. You could have not done that. Holland-Dozier-Holland knows what to do. And also, I got to give a shout out to the Funk Brothers. The Funk Brothers are really the unsung heroes when it comes to Motown. They're the ones playing this, yes. They might be getting produced, but they're the ones that's playing these instruments. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely got to give a shout out to them. But when I think about Mickey's Monkey, I think about Cooley High. You know what I'm saying? Because Cooley High was based in the 60s. And I always think about, you know, when Coach Cheese and what is Glenn Turner's name? Preach? Yeah, Preach. They all go to, you know, Martha's, you know, spot, and they all playing dice in there, and they dancing and all that kind of stuff. So this is just a feel-good record. It makes you want to dance, and I just was like, the production of this is just amazing. And I don't feel like Smokey could have did that, and Smokey know he couldn't. That's why he had to admit this is one of the biggest songs of our catalog, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I had to come in with number 2 with the Miracles with Mickey's Monkey. Now we're at the number 1 spot. Coming in at number 1 is for Martha Reeves and the Vandellas, who was the queens of Motown at one point. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, you know, the Marvelettes had the first number 1 record with Please Mr. Postman, but after Martha Reeves and Vandellas, they was getting hits like this. They were the queens of Motown, and then it was just like after, you know, the Supremes came in, it was just like the Supremes ended up being the all to end all, and then everybody was kind of after them. But this song right here is my favorite production by Holland-Dozier-Holland because it feels so good, and the Funk Brothers are playing the hell out of this record, and it just has that gospel influence in it, and it's just everything. And that's why this is the number 1 song for me with Holland-Dozier-Holland, and by Martha Reeves and the Vandellas, and it goes a little something like this. It's like quicksand, quicksand, fever, I love you, woo! Ha! Ha! You know, anytime I think about this record, I can just imagine me in Detroit during this time, and you riding in your car, and this song plays on the radio, and it's a summer day, and you got the windows down, and you just riding by, and it feels so good. That's why I love this production. And like I said, you can hear the gospel influence, like the gospel influence at the breakdown. And that's why you could tell these brothers was from the church. And that's one thing about black music. It came from gospel, but at the end of the day, you know, we put it into our mainstream sounding music. And I thought it was just dope. And Holland-Dozier-Holland did that with this record. So just listen to this. Y'all hear the Dantes. The Dantes are another unsung heroes when it comes to Motown. You know what I'm saying? Because they did a lot of the background vocals for a lot of the biggest hits of Motown. But it just, you know what I'm saying? You just hear this and it feels so good. And it's just a feel-good record. And that's why it's my favorite when it comes to Holland-Dozier-Holland. And I remember when I heard this, you know, once Mom started really getting me into music, when I heard this, I was like, who is playing that tambourine? Who is playing those drums? And I found out it was Jack Ashford and Benny Benjamin. And it's like, yo, the Funk Brothers, they were amazing. Like, they were dope. You know what I'm saying? They are really the creators of the Motown sound. Yes, they were being produced, but they are the ones that created this sound. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, they don't get a lot of credit. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely wanted to give them credit on this video. But, you know, those are my top 5 Holland-Dozier-Holland productions. You know what I'm saying? It just made you feel good. I know you might have some, you know what I'm saying, that I didn't have on my list, and you can put in the comment section. But these are my 5. The Supremes, You Can't Hurry Love, who Phil Collins remade in 1982, which Holland-Dozier-Holland got some money and some coin off it because it was another hit. So that publishing, okay. You're a Wonderful One. Now, I remember, I don't know who the artist is, but he did like an album where he put Marvin Gaye and Mos Def music together. And I remember him using You're a Wonderful One for Miss Fat Booty. I forgot what the artist's name is. If you guys could tell me in the more info box, in the comment section, just let me know. I forgot what his name was, but yo, the way he used You're a Wonderful One with Miss Fat Booty, I thought was completely dope. You know what I'm saying? 3 was Shake Me, Wake Me When It's Over. You know, Miss Barbra Streisand made that a disco hit in 1975. You know what I'm saying? It just shows how great these songs is. You can't doubt them. Number 2, Mickey's Monkey by the Miracles, who Camp Lo used it for Lumdy, which was my song in 2008. Oh, I remember playing that on my college campus so much because of the sample. And when you use the sample, you use it right. And the last one is Quicksand by Martha Reeves and the Vandellas, which is my favorite Holland-Dozier-Holland production because of the gospel influence, and it just makes you want to move, and it just feels so good. So hopefully you guys enjoyed these 5 of my favorites from Holland-Dozier-Holland. But part 2, I will be representing Norman Whitfield, so hopefully you guys are ready for that. But I'm going to get out of here because, like I said, I didn't want to keep y'all too long, but I'm going to get out of here with this classic produced by Holland-Dozier-Holland, and it goes a little something like this. Hopefully you're ready to sing along, and I'll see y'all back in a couple of days for the next part 2. So here we go. Got to have all your loving, baby, I need your loving. Got to have all your loving. I'm out, y'all. Peace.